In a hydroxyl group, a hydrogen atom is bonded to an oxygen atom, which in turn is bonded to the carbon skeleton of the organic molecule. Here is an example of the structure of ethanol, with the hydroxyl group off to the right. Hydroxyl is polar because electrons are attracted to the electronegative oxygen. It can form hydrogen bonds with water, which helps dissolve organic compounds like sugars. This hand sanitizer is an everyday example of a hydroxyl group. In medicine, hydroxyl groups are used for sanitation.
Carbonyl groups consist of a carbon atom joined to an oxygen atom by a double bond. Carbonyl groups can be found in two forms, both ketones and aldehydes. In ketones, the carbonyl group is found within a carbon skeleton, as you will see on the top picture, which is acetone, the simplest ketone. Aldehydes are if the carbonyl group is at the end of the carbon skeleton, such as propanol on the bottom. Carbonyl groups are found in sugars, which give us energy. This here acetone, a carbonyl group, is used to remove nail polish. Wow. Additionally, in medicine, carbonyl groups are used in preservation, such as formaldehyde.
When an oxygen atom is double bonded to a carbon atom that is also bonded to an OH group, the entire assembly of atoms is called a carboxyl group. The carboxyl group you see in the picture is an example of acetic acid. Carboxyl groups act as an acid in organic molecules and are found in cells in the ionized form with a charge of -1. An everyday example of a carboxyl group is vinegar, in which the carboxylic acid, acetic acid, gives it its sour taste. In medicine, carboxylic acids are found in lactic acid, which your body produces to help generate ATP when there's not enough oxygen present.
Amino groups consist of a nitrogen atom bonded to two hydrogen atoms and to the carbon skeleton. Here you'll see glycine, which is an amino acid, meaning that it has both a carboxyl group and an amino group. These are called amino acids. Aminos act as a base and are found in cells in ionized form with a +1 charge. This here avocado, a personal favorite food of mine, consists of many amines, and it's also quite useful on the shuffleboard. Additionally, serotonin, which is also full of many amino groups, controls hunger and brain speed. But that's not all. Morphine, a painkiller, is also full of many amino groups.
The sulfohydryl group consists of a sulfur atom bonded to an atom of hydrogen. Here in the picture, you'll see cytosine, which is an important sulfur-containing amino acid. Sulfohydryls help stabilize protein structures. Personally, I like to start every day with a sulfohydryl group, coffee. In medicine, you can find sulfohydryl groups in vitamin B1, which helps strengthen the immune system.
In the phosphate group shown here, a phosphorus atom is bonded to 4 oxygen atoms, 1 oxygen is bonded to the carbon skeleton, and 2 oxygens carry negative charges. Glycerol phosphate, shown here, also provides the backbone for phospholipids, the most prevalent molecules in cell membranes. Phosphate groups have negative charges and the potential to react with water.
Hey Pete, tell me more about the phosphate groups.
Well, Amy, something many of you may not know about me is that I'm quite the baker. So me and this here phosphate are well acquainted. Baking powder is a fantastic example of phosphates being used in the everyday world. Additionally, in the medical field, Codeine, which is a painkiller, contains many phosphate groups.
A methyl group consists of a carbon bonded to 3 hydrogen atoms. The carbon of a methyl group may be attached to a carbon or to a different atom. The drawing you see here is an example of 5-methylcytidine, a component of DNA that has been modified by addition of a methyl group. Addition of a methyl group to DNA or to molecules bound to DNA affects the expression of genes.
Hey Annie, look out for those cockroaches.
Don't worry, I'll use my trusty methyl group insecticide to kill them.
Gee, thanks Annie.
You're welcome. Additionally, in medicine, methylation, which is the adding of a methyl group, can help turn certain genes off that code for harmful proteins.